and welcome or welcome back to the Inspired Magazine podcast. I'm today here with Bel Armamento, who is the president and CEO of the clean skincare brand BeLagu Naturals. The brand is focused on effective, clean, mushroom-powered skincare, and their sustainable formulas are designed with ingredients you can trust, providing nourishment and hydration while protecting your skin's natural beauty. But before we dig deeper here into the story of the brand and its mission, please welcome the founder and CEO, Bel, to today's episode. Welcome, Bel.
Hi, how are you guys? Yes, I'm Belinda Armamento, founder of BeLagu Naturals. And this was founded 2014, and we have this officially launched on 2021. And basically, I'm a mother of two. I have a son and a daughter. Now, both of them are teenagers, which is a very challenging this point of time. But basically, my passion is how would I say? Um, let this, I mean, as a woman and the mothers out there to have, how would I say, taking care of themselves, not losing themselves, and having this, running this the family.
Yeah. I think it's amazing. I mean, you just said you started this 2014, right? But you launched it in 2021.
Yes.
Wow, that's a long time for preparing a brand and to get out of there. So let's talk a little bit about the moment where you said, I need to get something on the market that maybe has not been done before, or at least not in the way I want to do it, the way I'm missing something. What made you go into skincare, and what was missing at that point for you?
Well, okay, raising kids, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
But one thing I knew in my heart, I don't want to lose myself, because I have some friends who kept on complaining about, when you have a mom, young too, sometimes you have to bring them to school. And the all things I can hear is complain about the hardship. When I came up, of course, taking care of yourself, you have to go and find something that works for you. Ask me as a consumer. And I have that difficulty and challenge, like finding, I just need the moisturizer to get it for myself. I mean, for me, self-care is self-love. And during those times, of course, even though you have a lot of work, you're exhausted, but at the end of the day, I still want to take care and being me. So it's the challenge is like finding one that works and simple, because I mean to say you're a busy mom. You have a lot of things to do. So I think it came to my mind, maybe one day I'll figure it out. How am I going to come up with something that doesn't have to be complicated and have something that you're gonna end up not empty-handed going to a store? And I don't like that, going to stores. It's for me, I don't have time. And I said one day I'm going to come up with something simple but works. And fortunately, of course, that coming in to my advantage, I have a husband married for more than 17 years. And I think I have the idea and learning from them. He's a chemical engineer, and he his own company that distribute raw materials for cosmetics.
But that must be very helpful if you have someone like that on your team.
Yes, it's just like you give you an idea.
Yeah.
And me, as again, I also have a background as an esthetician. So I think sometimes, everything click, and then okay, let's find something someday. I'm just talking about now it's today. I came up with this skincare brand.
That's awesome. So when you said you wanted to have something simple, were you specifically thinking about something that doesn't require 8 steps?
Exactly.
Just wash off the face, like, just give me a cleanser and maybe a moisturizer, and then I should be done. I don't have time to stand in a bathroom for an hour to have like 15 steps to just get my makeup off. Was that something that you were considered?
Exactly. No, I've been there, done that. Actually, I'm kind of me. I mean, I think my time for myself is to take care of me. So I did try those, to be honest with you. But I end up like not sticking with them because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
We have to be realistic also. Mothers, even though I'm not working at that time, I still don't have time because I have challenge with my little girl. I have to be, 100% with her. So for me, I've been there. I do have the experience of knowing the 10 steps, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stick with them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's another idea. And someday, if I'm going to have one, I'll make sure I don't have the 10 steps. I have to have a simple routine that works for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like just need a cleanser. And the cleanser is two in one, by the way. It's a cleanser, rinse it, you're done. No
Mm-hmm.
soap. So yeah, and moisturizer. I think that's all you need for your skin. It's
Yeah.
the same food like food.
Yeah.
It has to be simplified, nothing complicated.
Yeah, I love that you keep it simple. I see it more and more in the today's beauty industry. It's like kind of like let's go back to the roots, right? Don't make it too complicated, not only with the formula, but also for people who are actually spending time with your product and that they don't have the time, especially in the morning. I know it too. I have a 8-year-old now, and in the morning every minute counts, right? So, if I wash my face, I put some lotion on and that's it. I don't want to have I don't even put makeup anymore because I just don't have the time in the morning. Like we have to get going. I have to get you to
Yeah,
school. Um, so I want to talk about the angle because there's obviously so many beauty brands outside, and you obviously try to find something that's still different, even though it's simple, right? And so the fact that you put a
mhm.
focus on the mushroom, clean mushroom skincare, and correct me if I just butchered it completely, I'm sorry. But
Yes.
if you put the mushroom,
Yeah, powered by mushrooms.
yeah. Um, what was the idea behind that, and how or why did you pick that over anything else that you could have picked? Why mushrooms?
Well, to be honest with you, until now I was thinking about that. I think one time I was watching this Netflix and I saw this documentary about the fantastic fungi, and just something clicks on me. It's just like when you watch the, I don't know, it clicks on me. Why not mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
And mushroom has been there for a million years. I mean, even before us. And it's just like it's more sustainable. Everywhere you can see mushrooms, right? And if you, my idea, if you can ingest them, why not on the skin?
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, and that started from then. I got crazy with mushrooms. I collected a lot of books about mushrooms. So it's just fascinates me and got me an idea. Yeah,
Okay, but
on
it
the
wasn't that
mushroom.
it wasn't it that you had already experienced working with mushrooms before. It's just kind of was a light up moment. It's like, hey, this totally makes sense to me. Why
Yeah,
should we not put this in skincare? I love that. That's amazing.
exactly. Exactly. Just sometimes, as a human, it just one moment, it just click on you. Why not mushroom?
Yeah,
And
that's
why not?
awesome. Yeah. So
And
how did
everybody
you
likes
how did you
mushroom.
approach the whole research about that? Because obviously it's one thing to watch a Netflix documentary and say, oh, this sounds interesting, right? But then
Yeah.
creating a full product out of it, it also has to serve specific like licenses or whatever you have to get to make this, legal, I guess. Um,
Yes.
how was the whole research process for you? Did you get like a mentor on board, or did you just buy a bunch of books and watched a lot of YouTube videos?
Oh, no, no, no. Of course. Well, let's go with the scientific and technical matters. Of course, we have a chemist, certified chemist, of course, they work together. We have research and development doing that. For me,
Hmm.
I just give them an idea, but they have to
Okay.
execute that.
Okay.
Doing and everything that we go through with the suppliers, I'll make sure that they can back it up with paperwork. That all this is sustainable and where they get it. So everything is black and white. It's not just me about fascinated with the
Yeah.
mushrooms. Of course, it has to think about, I would to say, okay, scientifically they have to be proved that to me.
Hmm.
It's just like, okay, I like mushroom and that's it. No.
Yeah.
And then there comes it. And we did a lot of, how would I say, clinical studies about it, and even our product itself. It's until now. I want everything black and white. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's not just because just liking it, but you have to back it up also with a
Yeah.
lot of. So
Yeah.
we have research and development. We have a chemist to do formulations. We have a manufacturing company to make everything has to be clean. and has to be regulated.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think it's also a point because you have to, it's your name on it, obviously, right? Everything that comes to questions about your brand actually comes always back to you on your desk, and you have to not only prove that it's clean, that it's sustainable, that it's doing its job, and like even if you don't personally have the certifications as a chemist, for example, you have or you should have the right people in your backhand who can also say like, look, I'm trusting these. They helped me to develop this, and that's why I can fully stand with my name behind it, and I know what I'm selling, and this stuff is good, right?
Well, at the end of the day, Doris, all it matters to me is transparency.
Yeah.
Honest. And for me, I became a consumer. That's the thing. I can feel it. I can put myself into other people's shoes.
Mm.
It's not just about doing business. It's more on about what can I do?
Hmm.
How can I help? I mean, I'm not a hypocrite person. Out of hypocrisy, I've been there. I've been there. I know how it is to be one. So
Hmm.
I can feel that. So for me, giving them something that you believe in, that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
Transparency. I like that. That's why you're asking me, it was founded 2014. What took me so long? That's the answer.
Mm.
Because I have to do it right. I have I have to do a lot of my, even though it's not me, of course. It take a village to get something,
Yeah.
I cannot do it alone. I need all these people. That's why I believe like you need the right team in
Mm.
everything. In everything you need a team. So for me, why not, why not get these people and help you out? So that's
Hmm.
what I'm doing and execute everything that needs to be done.
Yeah.
So for me, it has to be that way.
Yeah. I
Everything
love
has
that.
to be clear. Everything is about transparency.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I want to ask you, so if you say it took you so long to do it, right? At which point are you saying then, okay, we tested enough, we did enough research, the product is here, and now I can finally say we're ready to go? Because you can test and research all you want. You could do that for years, and then you spend tons of money on it probably to do all these tests on it. At which point do you say, okay, now is the time? We have to go now. If we're not going now, we probably go never.
Well, sometimes, women, I always believe we have instinct. When it's time.
Mm.
And when you find the right people that works for you, would be a lot of challenge. There would be a lot of, how would I say, humps in there. And it's not easy. Nothing is gonna be easy.
Yeah.
But for me, that's why I'm still here. I mean, this not talking to you. My mantra is just keep on going, keep on going. I
Mhm.
know we did a lot of what needs to be done, but sometimes we always have challenges. And I'm not just talking about business.
Mhm.
There's also one in mind. I still have a life, I have a family. There would be like personal challenges. So that's one more thing. Adding to that, that one just took a while. Sometimes you just like finding the right people, the marketing people, that's another challenge.
Mhm.
And almost, drain your money on something else, it's a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And now I think I've learned, I've learned a lot about business, personal. And now I think, I hope I answer your question. It is the time. And
Yeah.
finding the right people that connects with me, my values, and the people that I can trust, that they can show and connect me with the right people.
Mhm.
I think this is just the moment, because for
Yeah.
me, trusting, it's a little bit, how would I say, you can feel it if you can connect with them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think trust is a big thing in business. It doesn't matter which industry you are. Like at some point, you not only have to trust your team and like the product you've developed and built and put out on the market, but you also have to trust the process, right? Just like, okay, at this point, I'm pushing this out. My marketing team is doing whatever they need to do to get the
Yeah,
word out. I'm proud of what we created, but then you have to just let it go, right? Kind of
yeah,
like, okay, go my child, and I just hope that it's good, and I'm praying everything goes well. It's the trust in the whole process, right? But when you start something, even if you started like half a year ago, or in your case like 6 years ago or something like that, at some point you have to just let it go and say, okay, I think we're ready. let's see where this takes us. And maybe it takes off, which would be amazing. But if not, then we just pivot and do it maybe a little bit different. But I think that's what we all founders have in common, that just trusting the process. We don't have everything figured out. It's impossible to do it, especially as a one woman show, right? But you just have to let it go and surrender and just say, you know what? This will be good. This will be good. This will be good. I'm just trusting it.
I agree with you with that, Doris. For me, also mentioning that one thing that applies to me that keep on going, you believe in something that sometimes it's bigger than you. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm wondering why. Why am I having all these challenges?
Mhm.
And once you find out, let it go. Do what you need to do.
Mhm.
This is it. Just have faith. Something. I think that the main reason why I'm still here is just like finding my purpose again.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
just about the business thingy. It's something that you want to do something. I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't even understand what is it for now, but I knew there's something that's bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I'm trusting that. I'm
Yeah,
trusting that
exactly.
instinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you when my faith is kept telling me also like you'll connect with the right people, you know, the people that are also honest and believe in you.
Hmm. Yeah. And you know what? I mean, you're a very sweet person. And I think that everyone who just that's why I think it's so important to tell these brand stories because you is what makes your brand different, right? We talked about this before. You can have, 50 beauty brands next to each other, but you is what makes your brand different. And this is what you have the trust in, right? People will like you because you are you. And that's not even something you can polish or, maybe you can act up a certain way for a specific amount of time. But at some point, this natural bell is coming out and that will reflect on the brand. And if, everything fits together, it's kind of like you can't ignore this. This is just something that it's call it your image, something that you cannot pay for with money, right? It's just a given. So and that's the same thing with your brand, not just with you personally, but also same thing with your brand. If your brand gives off the right vibes to the right people and they understand why your product is so important, it's like the bigger picture. This is not about selling beauty products. This is about selling, not selling, but offering something way bigger than that. And people get on that, right? So
Yeah.
I
I
want,
want to
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to scream with that. You know, I just sometimes I know it's business, but I want to scream like this is not just business. You don't understand. I want to do something. I want to do something not for myself, but especially maybe for women because I became a mom and I've been there. I have that empathy because I went through a lot of challenges and I want to offer that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, my whole heart. I want to offer that maybe I can help in
Yeah.
my own little way. So that's screaming on me, just like,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. I think the confidence, like, I can do something. I can
Yeah.
do something in this earth. I can do something for them.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So let's talk about your first year in business. I mean, it took, I would just say forever to create a product.
I
So
process.
when you were ready to go, how do you remember the first year? Like, was it full chaotic or was it, did everything go well and smooth because you had so much time to prepare? Tell me about it. How was the launch?
Oh my God. I have to be honest with you. This is something like for me, it's one thing, it's a bit challenge. I have this kind of personality. When I decided something, I jumped.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a risk, but I like to jump. You know, I just trusting like I want to prove something. Maybe at those times I want to prove something. Um, well, with a lot of people because sometimes you know a lot of people will going to put you down.
Mm-hmm.
I told you challenges. It's not just about. It may be emotional. It may be mental. It may be physical.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I just want to prove like, okay, I can do this. And I can do this. So we launch at Cosmoprof. Nothing. It's fun. I think the process for me, it's gonna be easy if you really like passionate about it. If
Mm-hmm.
you really like what you're doing, no matter what the outcome is, I never think about the outcome. I think about I'm enjoying this moment. I love this. I love to be out and talk to people because I think I have this metaphor because I've been a stay-home mom for the longest time for 15 years. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking baby talk with my kids the whole time because I have to focus my attention with them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I can't because it's not a matter of choice, but I don't have a choice because, again, as I said, I have challenge with my little girl. So I have to stick with her and stay with her. So when I came out, just like that's the only thing I like. I want to go out and prove something. I can talk to other people. So finally, my thinking is just to have fun and like what you said, let go.
Mm-hmm.
I just let it go. I go with the flow. So we went there, and I think I never think about how hard or difficult it is. Again, you're passionate about it. You don't even think about
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
difficulties.
Yeah.
You get into those kind of challenges.
Yeah. So how was the feedback from the people when they saw your product?
Well, of course. Well, a lot of people like it, especially I think a lot of distributors during that time are very much interested, especially Europe, because they like it's a positive feedback actually. There's a positive outcome to that. But I think at the time, because I just jumped right away, I think we're not ready.
Mm.
Myself, I know I'm not ready. I just do what I need to do just to say, okay, I'm the first one with the mushroom powered skincare mushroom, you know? So I just want to be the first one to
Mm-hmm.
have that whole line powered by mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the exposure at that time, it's just for me, just my reason to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, the product itself, there's still a lot of work. Again, with the scientific, it's like clinical studies, they have to be tested, and we have to find the right marketing people because at that time, I don't have the right people with me.
Mm.
So I have to do it again. I think the perfect time I do it last year again. So we did Cosmopro even last year. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's get better until you find the right again. That's why my word is the right people to connect with.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot of mistakes, but I've learned from it.
Yeah.
In business, I think nothing going to be smooth at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the whole process.
I love the honesty here because, we always think like once a product is out, it's perfect as it is. But the fact that are so open and say like, no, it was not perfect. I wanted to be the first one and I want to get the word out. You can always like fine tune it afterwards, right? And that's actually what a lot of brands are doing. They're not coming out with a perfect product because based on the feedback that they're getting from clients or buyers or, whoever, like mentors, that oftentimes happens once the product is out and visible and like they can test it and like all these things, right? So I love the honesty here. It's that I think that's really a good thing that people are, or that you are so outspoken about. It's like, yeah, we were not perfect, but we were already on the right path and we took the time and fine-tuned it to what it is now, and we're happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you just have to be, as you said, this is me. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot hide anything. This is me. I just want to be me. Whatever mistake is for me, everything you have to do, right or wrong, you made mistakes. The best important part of that, you learn from it.
Mm.
I'm not ashamed of making mistakes. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but the good thing, again,
You're human.
I learn.
You human, everyone does that.
And I learn and I like it. I take that as a challenge for me to grow
Yeah, yeah,
other way around.
that's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the products, right? So it's not just you, it's in the brand. I want to talk about the products you actually developed. So I think you have 4 products right now in your portfolio, right?
We have 6.
Oh, 6. Okay. So
Yes.
tell us about what these are and what they do.
Okay. Basically, let's start with the basic one. Of course, we have the cleanser. Cleanser, which is one of my favorite, of course. It's 2-in-1, they call it. It's like you just need to massage and then you don't need a soap.
Okay.
No you can easily see. I mean, if you're wearing a little bit of sunblock or sunscreen, I don't wear makeup most of the time. Even though a sunscreen, I don't want any residue on my face. Massages, rinse, you're done. And then we have the toner. Of course, it is also good for the young ones, for if you have acne whatsoever, because my kids use it. So I know exactly how it works. So that's the second one. And then we have three serums. Three serums that I know in every individual, we are all unique, right? We have to tailor that whatever they need. So we come up with three serums. One is the collagen boosting, which is good for any age actually. And then the next one is youth defense serum. And the third is the rapid brightening. The rapid, it goes with if you have a little bit of challenge like brown spots or something like you want like a super dry skin, that one will work for you. And the last one will be the dewy moisturizer, which is just the basic. You just need moisturizer at the end. So I think that's all. So we have six.
That's awesome. But that's still covering everything you need. Like that
That's all
doesn't
you
need to
need.
be fancy. You don't have to go with like 15 different
The
steps.
10 steps?
Yeah, you don't have to do that. I love, and I bet a lot of moms love you for that. You just go back to the roots. Be minimalistic. Like don't do any fancy. If I see nowadays like all these influencers on social media when they do their skincare routine and like an hour later I'm still sitting on that thing, it's like she's still not done. It's like, oh my goodness, how can this be good for your skin? I mean, that's
You
just
don't know.
wild. That's just wild. That's awesome.
For me, I'm also wondering why. I mean, for me, I want to be realistic with our goal.
Yeah.
Even though we're taking care of our shop, but don't make it complicated. We have to be realistic. We are humans. You know, humans have to be real. Let's take it from there, and they can stick with it as easily. You know, I have my how would I say? I have tip to make it like for us to do and stick with it. It's easy because at the end of the day, just like you, like what you said, at the end of the day, we're exhausted, right? We have to do the cooking, we have to do the drop off, we have to do the pickup. Sometimes you do that. So my technique will be I have my moisturizer on my bedside table the whole time.
Hmm.
And if you're exhausted, of course, don't want to get up, right? If it is on a vanity or on
Yeah.
the bathroom. So for me, not to forgetting before you close your eyes, oh my God, have forgot to put my moisturizer. Just grab it. It's on your bedside table. Dump it on your face. You're done. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. That's me.
I love it. That's me too.
That's me.
That's me too. You're
That's
speaking
me.
also for
So
me.
sometimes you're already in bed. Oh my God, I forgot. So
Yeah.
you don't want to get up. Why? You're exhausted. So
Yeah.
just grab it and dump it in your face. You're done.
Yeah.
That's reality for me.
Yeah. I wish someone would come up with a toothpaste like that where you don't have to go in the bathroom and brush your teeth in the
Oh,
bathroom, but you could do it in bed and just swallow that stuff. That would be, I
um,
would be the first client.
oh my God. You know what? Mentioning that, I have to be honest with you. My first idea when I'm still like looking for something, I don't even know I'm going to come up with a skincare. You mentioned toothpaste. I've started with that, looking for a natural toothpaste, and I'm gathering all my friends, moms. I've
Mm.
thought all the while I'm going to stick with the toothpaste, but I end up on the skincare. But one day I'm going to get that. The
Yeah, I mean,
whole
I think honestly, this would be a great niche. Like every time when I see my son, he has that kid toothpaste, the ones that they just swallow it, they don't rinse it out, they just swallow it and done, right?
Yep.
But, I think I tried that once with my tooth like years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I have to throw up. This is so bad. So I wonder why they don't do that, or why there is not, at least I don't know of any option for toothpaste for adults that they can just swallow and then that's it, right? I think someone should come up with that. I would definitely be a potential interested client.
That's one of my goal, Doris. This is just the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you keep me informed because I
Okay,
need to have that.
got it.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the last question about the goals of your brand. Do you want to extend or expand your product line? Do you want to be like in a specific retail store, for example? Like, what are your big goals with your brand?
Well, now we're doing like online thing, but of course, I also dreaming to be on the physical store one day. like Sephora. I don't know. That depends on my marketing team. I trust them on that, whatever they say. But right now, a lot of I've mentioned to you, we're doing all these trade shows, and a lot of distributors are just waiting for us when we're ready. So my aim, to be honest, is global because Europe is already waiting, and we just have to put it aside for now because I'm trying to focus locally, like here in the US for now.
Yeah.
For now, I just need to work on internally LA and US, and then after that, I think we're ready for the global.
That's awesome. Well, I, wish you the best of luck with that. I think you have definitely big potential, and I can't wait to try your products. I'm really, as like, I just told my husband this morning, like, I've never heard of mushroom infused skincare. When once she's sending this, I'm gonna try that stuff because I'm really curious.
I'm
I am.
going to send you one definitely.
Yeah.
I am very confident. I'm very confident. I think it's not just about mushroom, to be honest with you. I use bakucho, which is they call it as a natural retinol.
Mm-hmm.
And I use fullerene, which is very, how would I say, very rich in antioxidant.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, man, I have tranexamic acid also. So a lot of things, a lot of good stuff, natural good stuff.
That's awesome.
And adding that with the mushroom, of course. And yeah, I'm going to send you one.
Yeah, well, I'm very excited for this.
Yeah.
So, well, Belle, I could ask you a million more questions. I think it's really awesome to hear your story. I love the vibe. I love what you do. If you guys want to check her out, find out more about the brand or the products, please just mention real quick where we can find you, where we could buy your products.
No, BeLagu Naturals right now is available. We have a website, belagunaturals.com. So they can even check out the website and we sell in there. And then now our office is located here in the LA. So the address is going to be also on the website. You can reach us anytime. Basically now it's just, looking forward if we have some stores coming in. That's
Awesome.
my dream to have
Okay.
a physical store.
Yes, well, you will get there. I'm very, very confident. So, Belle, thank you so, so much. This was so fun. This was so informative. It was so inspiring. I loved it. So, thank you so much for spending time with us today and tell us everything about BeLagu Naturals and you, of course.
Thank you. Thanks, Doris. Nice chatting with you.